Hi, I'm Mark R. LePage, founder of EntreArchitect, and I'm with my friend Bryon McCartney, the Chief Creative Strategist at Archmark. You probably know both of us if you're watching this video. We wanted to just pop on the video real quick and just let you know about something that we have planned coming up. Recently, we just wrapped up a program about planning and strategic planning. That is all part of the EntreArchitect Arc OS operating system for architects. And we're putting together the next segment of the Arc OS. And the next segment is all about promotion, marketing, and branding, and how to get more work. And so Bryon and I have come together again to put together a new program on networking. And so we're doing that in October 9th, it starts. And I wanted to invite Bryon on a video here to just sort of talk about it a little bit, what we're doing, why we're doing it, when we're doing it. Bryon, when I first came to you to talk about the next segment of ArcOS, I mentioned that, this is about promotion, this is about marketing, or this is your specialty. This is the thing that you do is marketing and branding. And you came back to me and said, well, I think we should focus on networking. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting, because that's not what I expected, right? I expected websites or messaging or some sort of branding. But I love that idea. And so I wanted to come on here and just talk a little bit about why networking? Why do you think at this time we should be focused on networking as a community of small firms?
Yeah, I think when you approach me, and this goes back a little bit, but Kelly and I, Kelly, my business partner, my wife, maybe not everybody knows this, but we've lived overseas. When we moved from overseas back home, we moved someplace where we didn't know anybody. And the only way we really got through all that was by networking, by reaching out, meeting new people, making friends, making business contacts. We grew a business off of that in Switzerland, right? I was working on my own. I had my own little design studio at the time. Through networking, we grew that to a pretty successful business. We had 7 employees. We built over $1.5 million in our first 2 years of business doing that. We came back to the U.S., didn't know anybody where we moved. We moved to Florida to be near my late father-in-law, and had to build a network. We had to start from scratch, and networking was the key to that. Joined chamber, we got involved in the community, and it also, along with the business part of it, we made a lot of really great friends that, we're still friends with people from Switzerland and people from Florida. And so I think for me, networking is always kind of like held a soft spot, and it's something I hear a lot of architects talking about lately, actually.
Yeah.
I think after COVID, a lot of people are like, I need to get back out and need to get out of the cocoon a little bit. I need to get back in the world, see what's going on, get my head up. And I think networking is a great way to do that. I mean, and I could tell you about all of the mistakes I've made with networking too, which, I used to spend a lot of time going to events and, really spinning my wheels. But what I ended up finding was that there's kind of a happy medium that allows you to kind of identify what are the good events, who are the right people I'm looking for. And so we've, I think, aptly named this networking with purpose, which is really what I want to focus on is helping people identify, like, how to not make this a burden, how to not make it a chore, but to actually make it something that's going to be productive and helpful to both you and your business, right? And I think there's a lot of people that could talk about all those other things too, right? But I think I have, just in my own experience, I've talked a lot about networking in the past. Used to get I used to get on stage to talk about it quite a bit. So it's kind of helping me come a little bit out of my cocoon too.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it is perfectly timed. I think as we come out of COVID, I think we're all starting to get back out there and realizing that that we're a little rusty, right? That many of us, it doesn't come naturally to begin with,
Yeah.
and we struggle with it a little bit. But even after being sort of locked up in our studios for 2.5 years, you forget how to do it, right? You forget how to socialize and how to connect with people and how to take those connections and leverage them into potential projects. And it's a very important piece of what we do as architects. So many architects talk about word of mouth marketing and networking in order to be there as their number one lead generator. So we're going to focus on networking. October 9th, we're starting. It's a 5-day focus, so it's a 5-day program. It's free, and you can register for it. We're going to do 30 minutes every day for 5 days, and you can come on. You can register right now at EntreArchitect.com/networking with purpose, and you can register.